Hello, thanks for joining me today on Thursdays with Annette. I've got my oven preheated, my apron's on, and my cookbook is at the ready. So what are we making on the show today? Well, we're delving into the fabulous book one. It's an oldie but a goodie, and it's the Chicken Pizziola. Oh my gosh, it is such a fabulous recipe. Makes 4, serves 4, but it's also in the cooking if you want to, so you can just make 2 of them if you want. Up to you. But today we're making it out of the first cookbook. Now, before we get into the recipe, let's talk about the winners from last week's show, which was from the salmon bake. We have 3 fabulous winners. Gail Pitcher is very happy to receive a personally signed copy. Cheryl Ackland and Sue Guscott. Yes, winners. So I'll be giving away at the end of the show too, so stay tuned for that. But let's look at the ingredients we need for this wonderful recipe. It's a good family favourite. I think if you love pizza, you know what? I have you at hello, because this is going to be fantastic. The ingredients we need chicken breasts, and you want 2 250-gram chickens, breasts, and I'll show you how to prepare them. You want skinless chicken breast as well. We've got shallots, tomato, mushrooms, ham, the 97% fat-free ham, capsicum, so you can see all these flavours are just yelling out pizza. We've also got some dried basil and some garlic, tomato paste, and I've already grated up some reduced fat tasty cheese. So that's ready to go, and the cooking spray. So what we're going to do first is prep up the filling, because what we do, it's like 3 layers. So you've got your chicken. So that's instead of your pizza dough. I know, I love pizza and I wanted to make something really fabulous and healthy. 8.6 grams of fat, yes, that's how much this recipe is per serve. So you do the chicken, then you do tomato paste, and then you put the topping on, and then cheese in the oven. I know, it's fabulous. Okay, so let's not do the chicken first, let's do the veggies. So we're going to start with shallots. Now, everything is half a cup, so it's going to be super easy for you to remember this recipe, but it's one of those recipes that when I put it up the other day saying this is what I'm making, so many people commented and said, oh, we had this every week, it's a family favourite, it's something we have a lot. Now, I'm using shallots, and you want, as I said, half a cup. If you don't want to use shallots, you can use onion, and you just want to dice the onion. So you can certainly do that. So that's half a cup. And all this ingredients is, what I love about my cookbooks and the recipes is it's all ingredients you just get in the supermarket. And I love the convenience of that, and I'm sure you do as well. All right, so we want half a cup of shallots. Let's have a look. Oh, just a tiny bit more, yes. There we go. Now I'm going to just put everything in the bowl as we go, because we're going to mix it all up, so it is going to be easy. Now with the mushrooms, we want half a cup, and we want the mushrooms thinly sliced, okay? You don't want really thick, you want them to be thin. And if they're really big mushrooms, then cut them in half or in quarters. Like this is a good size mushroom, the one I've got here right now. This one here is probably a little bit big, so I'm going to cut that in half and then slice it this way, just so it's not too big. But remember, thin. You don't want big bits of mushroom. Now, if you don't like mushrooms, as I know a lot of you don't, then I replace it with celery. Half a cup of sliced celery would work a treat. There we go. There's your mushrooms done. Put that over here. Now we're going to do capsicum, and we want half a cup again. I've got green for today. And just not big dice, small dice, because you don't want really, because we're going to put it all on the top, remember, so you want it to be able to sit on top of the chicken breast. And what it is you're using raw chicken to make this recipe, and this is what I love about this recipe, because I often make it for when people come over for dinner. I prepare it all ahead like I'm doing now with the chicken, do it all, but don't cook it, and just cling wrap it and put it in the fridge, and then when everyone's arrived, in the oven it goes. And so it means that I can be the hostess with the mostess with that, because it's all cooked up ahead. Half a cup, yep. That's that done. Now we just do some tomato, so fresh tomato. And it's once again small diced. Thanks for joining me today, because I just think this is such a great recipe. I was really looking forward to making it for you, because I know that I think so many of you probably have made it, but there's a lot of people that maybe haven't. And if you have, you're missing out. Oh my God. Now, you can make it if you wanted to, instead of chicken, you can do it with veal. Veal's not as easy to find these days, so, you know, chicken's the way I always go. But the breakdown is, as I said, 8.6 for the chicken, and if you're using just the veal schnitzel, it's 8.9. Yep, that's good. Okay, what have we got left? We've got the ingredients. Oh, let's do the ham. Now, it's half a cup of ham as well. Oh, let's see if that's enough. And it's diced. So you can see it's really an easy technique to make this recipe, because you basically, what am I doing? I'm just chopping everything up and I'm chucking it in the bowl. Let's see if that's half a cup. Really, the 97% fat-free ham is really good value, because you're not buying any fat. That's what I like about it. In we go. Get all that bit of ham in there. If you're vegetarian, you wouldn't put that in, and what I do is, once again, I would put in the celery if you're doing the capsicum and all that. All right, so now we've got the mix ready over here. We're going to put in it half a teaspoon of dried basil. Let me move my spoon down. So half a teaspoon. That's that. We're going to put a teaspoon of garlic in, because I mean, it's a pizza recipe. It's got to have garlic in it. And I think when you say the word pizziola, I love the way different people call it. They say, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Pizziola. Say it with me. A pizziola. All right. And then I'm going to leave that there and mix it up in a minute, because I really want to now just prep up my chicken. So I'm going to turn my beautiful watermelon chopping board over. Now you can see here, I've actually prepped up one chicken breast just for time, and it's done. So I'm just going to leave that in the front, and I'm going to show you what I do. So you've got a lovely lean chicken breast, 250 grams, aim for around that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up, and then I've got my masher, or what would you call it? Yeah, mallet. So I'm going to just hold that there, and I'm going to go through half the chicken breast. This is really a good tip here, to hold it there, so you've got the support, and then you open it up. Now what I'm going to do, because I want to make it a bit thinner, is give it a bash down, more so on the thicker areas than the thinner. Let's have a look. And then what we do is a little bit more. Is now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half here, so that you've got two lovely pieces of chicken. See, there you go. That's not hard to do. Actually, I might turn it over so it looks like the other piece. All right, so what we do then is we put 2 teaspoons of tomato paste, the low salt tomato paste, on each piece. Let me see if I can get that out. So on each one, as I said, we want 2 teaspoons. So I'm just going to do each one of them, like just go and do all of them, not individually, because this saves time. And we're going to spread that over the raw chicken. Remember, you don't cook the chicken ahead. Here we go. you spread that out. And I really like using the no added salt tomato products because that way it's good for people with diabetes, or if you've got a cholesterol or heart problem, that, you know, a low salt diet is the way to go. And so I'm looking after all areas of your general health and well-being here. All right, so now let's bring it over here. And you just spread. So you can see it's not hard to do. And as I said, I do this ahead of time. You know, I'm going to put it straight in the oven today, right now, but I have done it many times and prepared it ahead for a dinner party because everyone loves this. And I just do like maybe crusty bread, some a tossed salad with it. In winter I might do vegetables, but people request it. They love it that much. All right, so now I'm going to get in here and mix all this up. So you can see I'm mixing all those beautiful, so if you remember it was shallots, mushrooms, capsicum, tomato, what else is in there? I've got to think, isn't it? Garlic, the beautiful dried herb, tomato, and the ham. All right, so now you just get a handful, say, and place it on the top. Try and sort of have about the same handful for each one so you're getting an even distribution. Oh my gosh, this is such a great recipe. And the oven is preheated to 180 degrees fan forced. And it will take about 30 to 40 minutes to cook. Like, it really depends on your oven how quick it is. And what you'll do is, once the cheese is melted and you can see that the chicken's cooked, then you are done-ski. Look at this. Does it look a bit fabulous? Now, who needs a little bit more? Share the love a little bit to those that are missing out. I've done a pretty good mixture. All right, so let me just wash my hands. Put this in the soapy sink, and then all you have to do now is the cheese. And you've got a cup here, so you want to look at about 1/4 of a cup for each top. So I'm going to start with like a handful like that, put it over the top. So just, as I said, try and get a similar sort of amount so you can gauge it. I've grated the cheese. This is reduced fat cheese, of course. Oh my gosh, how good does this look? Now, I have got low-fat garlic bread too, if you wanted to make that in one of my books. But if you do love pizza, I've got some great recipes for you. Like, for example, in book 1, I've got the Pizziola, and I've also got a Supreme Pizza, which is a real family favourite. I've also got in book 2, pizza potato bake. So if you love potato bakes, it's got the pizza flavour, because I love pizza. I don't know about you guys, but you know, I love it. And then you also have in book 4 a pizza pasta bake, which is a bit fabulous. All right, are we looking fantastic? But before I put this in the oven, I need to tell you something pretty cool. If you want to try one of the new recipes out of more Cooking for Under 2, which is going to be released very soon, you can try pizza, chicken pizza. I know, it's on the website already. I'll tell you about it when I come back. So I'm going to put this in the oven. I'm going to put my timer on to 30 and then go from there, just to see. Alrighty, so I'm going to come back. I'm going to clean up the mess. I'll tell you about that chicken pizza as well. And if you want to win, we'll be talking about that as well. Okay, catch you shortly. Hello, back again. My oven's making a noise, so it's telling me my chicken pizziolas are ready. Oh yeah, they look amazing. Look at that. Whoa, yum! Chicken Pizziola, book 1 and Cooking for 1 or 2. A bit fabulous. All right, so let's serve one up. There it is. You'll find the chicken will be lovely and moist. And I've got a beautiful salad with it. Let me just put that here. There we go. I mean, how easy was that? I mean, who knew weight loss could be so deliciously healthy? Now, if you want to win a copy of book 1, or you can win cooking 1 or 2. You can choose on this one. All you have to do is like, share, and in the comments, come on, you know we do this every week. It's hashtag Symply with a Y, number 2, good. Do it that way, and then hopefully I'll pick you as a winner. Now, before I finish up, 2 things I want to talk to you about. Did you remember I mentioned a chicken pizza out of the new book? Well, you make your own dough. It takes 2 seconds. It is fabulous. I make it all the time for my grandkids. We all love it here. And I've put the recipe up on the website for you. Yes, you can start cooking out of more cooking 1 or 2 right now. It makes a pizza for 1. Now, if you want to get that one, you just go to the website. Look for www.simplytoogood, symplytoogood.com.au. Remember, simplytoogood.com.au, and you'll find the recipe there for you to try. Now, next week's show, I haven't picked a recipe because I want you to pick it for me. That's right. There's 4 recipes that I can't decide on because I want to do a Christmas recipe because I'm feeling like, you know, I want to get my Christmas on. So there's 4 to choose from, and I need you right now to pick it, okay? And you'll pick a number and put it in the comments. First one is Christmas pudding. It's out of book 2. The second choice is festive ice cream pudding in book 1. The third choice is tropical Christmas cake out of book 2. That's the Christmas section. Or 4 is the traditional Christmas cake. All right, number 1, what was it? That's right, it was the Christmas pudding. The second one was festive ice cream pudding, and the third was tropical Christmas cake, and 4th was the traditional. I need you to put 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Don't be putting 1, 2, 3, 4 because we have to pick 1, okay? Only 1. And whatever was, as I said, you vote, and I'll make it on the show next week. So let's get ready for that. So remember to go and get your chicken pizza recipe at simplytoogood.com.au. Thanks for joining me for another fantastic recipe, and I'll see you next Thursday. Take care now. Bye.